Hello and welcome to Seesar Gear. Today we're going to be talking about um, this company. I'm not talking about a single thing. I'm talking about Noise Kick. Noise Kick is a bespoke pedal company. I'm saying that you can certainly buy specific things that they have. They've got a catalog of different things from which you can choose, but the reason that I want to point them out is because they are also open to suggestion for creating a new pedal specifically for you. And I have done just that. I told them I wanted something that covered a few things I didn't have at the time. Now I have some different versions of the same thing, but it was nice to work with them. I definitely had a pleasant experience, and I gave them my specs. I gave them a little bit of artwork, and they created this multi-effect pedal that I'm going to show off a little bit now. I'm also going to add a few things to it, just basically to beef it up a little bit, but it's not going to be too far removed from what it sounds like dry. And I also picked up one of their stock pedals that is it's called a old Greg. It's the Greg's Place Reverb is the real name for it. If you don't know Old Greg, Old Greg's a character from a TV show called The Mighty Boosh, and they kind of appropriated the character for their reverb. And in the TV show, the character drinks Bailey's out of a shoe and attempts to seduce another character. And so that's what this is. You have the Bailey's, and you have the creaminess, and then you have the funk, which which is another aspect of the show. They make lots of references to the show. It's a basic reverb. It's got reverb depth, and it's got reverb modulation, and then the depth of that modulation. And that sounds quite nice. It's kind of a standard bucket brigade kind of a thing, but it's solid. It's a good product. And but this is the shining moment for me over here is the bespoke pedal that they made for me that has a delay unit, it has a chorus unit, it has a double tremolo, and one tremolo affects the other tremolo. And then if I want to inject it, there's also some overlaid noise that I can add to the mix. And I'm running it through a Death by Audio Total Sonic Annihilation just because I want to give it a little extra boost in certain areas, but it's nothing against the pedal. I want to make that clear. It's good by itself. And I also have decided to add a little bit of low end to my input, which is a theremin. And the theremin is an inexpensive budget theremin that has effectively here, I'll let you hear it. It has a single range effectively, and I can't adjust the pitch of it, but that's really adjusting the distance from which the antenna picks up the capacitance change, not actual pitch. It doesn't change the range of it very much at all. So what I've done is I've added an octave pedal here that gives me a sub octave and a double sub octave in a slight amount. It's just something to beef it up. Yeah. So let's have a discussion, I guess, about this a little bit. I have had a little back and forth with the company, not a negative back and forth, to be clear. Just what do you want in the pedal? I wanted this. Here's some options. Here are the counter options. Could you do this? You know, we tossed ideas back and forth via email and phone calls. I think there was one phone call, um, and uh, and then it was settled on the design. They designed it for me, and this was before I started building pedals myself. Um, and so I was very pleased with the fact that they would knock it out for me, and it's had no problems with it. The grounding is great. The casing is great. The smoothness in which it operates is great. They followed all my requests, and really churned out a really nice product. I'm very pleased with it. I've used it a lot. My students have used it a lot. And so I want to give them a little bit of love today on Seesar gear. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the total sonic annihilation. I'm going to do a different video on this. This is an excellent pedal. I had built one, but this is when I did start building pedals. I built this one, which is literally just, it's kind of the same thing as this. It's an in and an out and a send and a return with a feedback knob on it, and that's all. And this works great. I could have just stuck with this one, but the Death by Audio version is wonderful. Like it has a phase change if you're having trouble getting something to feed back. It's got a overall gain so you can keep the input level pushed to a good volume and get it to do the nasty things on the other side. It has a limiter in case you're out of control and you're trying not to blow up anybody's system, including your own. And it has your basic on and off switch, as well as the pedal itself can just true bypass, and you can, you know, it'll go straight from the input through the effects out to the next thing. So you can just act like it's not in the chain at all. But I like to keep it in the chain when I'm using it. And the best feature is it has I think it's a logarithmic pot that attenuates the amount of feedback that you're sending and receiving to the effects units. And you can just use your entire chain as normal with this, and then use it completely differently. So anyway, I'm not talking about this today. I want to do a whole nother video on this because this is so cool. Instead, we're focused on just these guys. But just so you know how I've got it chained through, I've got the theremin going to the octave pedal. That's going into the sonic annihilation. This is sending a signal to the, what I'm calling the Miga, the pedal that was made for me by Noise Kick, and then that's being sent back to the tonal sonic annihilation in case I want to increase the feedback looping with this, and then that's going out to the old Greg's Place reverb, and then out to the amp. So that's my chain for now. Let's give it a listen. It's kind of standard stuff, but it's quality standard stuff. So I don't want it to sound like I'm down mouthing it. I'm not. I'm praising them. I'm really super pleased with Noise Kick, and I definitely recommend working with them if you've got a pedal that you want to have made, but you're not sure how to do it or whatnot. They were reasonably priced. They were reasonable with their time, their turnaround time, and working with them was smooth, and I didn't have no pains. There was no stress with it at all. It was literally okay, we'll get it done. They did their job, sent it to me, and everything's happy. And it's been a workhorse for the last couple of years. So I've had Had it for a while, played lots of live shows with it, and like I said, my students have also played several live shows with it. So I think we've got a good rating from multiple performers saying that their gear is quality stuff. All right, here we go. Let's make some noises. Okay, there you go. That was that's pretty fun. I know I added a little bit more of this than I was expecting to, but it's so much fun. Such a good combination. So there you have it. Here's a little tidbit on noise kick effects, and I will put a link to them in the description, and I will recommend them highly. Good stuff wonderful folks. Support them, all that kind of good stuff. And there you go. I hope you found something that you could use. I hope if you're looking for a pedal and you hadn't found something that you want, maybe they can make it for you because they are pretty skilled. All right, thank you. If you want to see more, there's always SeesarMusic.com/gear. There's Seesar official YouTube channel that you're watching right now if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can also check out Seesar_music, where I talk about my music and my compositions, and Seesar_gear, where I talk about this kind of stuff on Instagram. Let me know what you think. See you in the next one.